Now let's go through a handful of currency charts and start tying everything together. As you see on the left side of your screen, the market is making higher highs and higher lows all the way up to this point. Once the market hits this high here, the context of the market was determined to be up and the setup occurred. So context and setup are pretty close to the same thing. When the market came down into this area, the entry into the market was set and we went long in here. All profit objectives were hit to the upside, and again, if you're looking for a re-entry into this uptrend, you could re-enter right up in here. And all profit objectives again hit to the upside. Looking for another re-entry? The re-entry would be right in here. The market rallied up, all your profit objectives were hit to the upside. Alright, this chart is the same as the last chart that we looked at, but with some of the tools taught in the Forex Profits Mentoring Program. As you can see on the left-hand portion of your screen, the market made a move to the upside, making higher highs and higher lows. At this point, the market put in the context and the setup to look to go long the market. When the market came back down to this level, you'd be looking to enter the market long. Once again, profit objectives were hit to the upside. Potential re-entry occurs right here, and another one right here. Now, if you're one of those Forex traders that just looks at indicators, just looks at tops or bottoms in a downtrend, on this type of day, you'd be looking to go short. You'd be looking to go short where our method was telling you that the trend was up and you should have been doing nothing else but looking to go long. You'd have been looking to go short right in here. You would have also been looking to go short right in here. Really, why fight the obvious trend which is to the upside? Why try and pick those tops when your trading life would have been much easier just looking to go long this currency pair, and the money would have come in quicker and easier, and you would have not been fighting that tide? Now let's move on to the next currency chart. Now this chart is what we talked about with an uptrend, but this is a downtrend, the opposite of what we just covered in our last two charts. Okay, if you look at the left side of this chart, the market moved from this high down to this low right here. Right at this point, the context and the setup occurred. This told us that the trend was down. It was bearish, and we wanted to do nothing else but short this currency pair. So when the market pulled off these lows into this area right in here, we were doing nothing but looking to go short. All the profit objectives using the methods we teach would easily have been achieved to the downside. Market made a new low right in here. So again, our confirming signal. Context of the market and the setup was negative. It was bearish, and we were looking to do nothing but go short. But we wanted to use patience. We wanted to patiently wait for the market to move up off the lows, and then we got our entry signal right in here. Market eventually came down and hit all our profit objectives in this area. So in this market, the context of the market was down. We'd have been looking to go short. But again, we can almost guarantee you, if you were to put a few indicators on this chart, a majority of Forex traders would have been looking to go long, and we're going to show you that on our next chart. Alright, this chart is the same as the chart that we just talked about, but with some of the tools that are taught in this program. Now on this chart, and in hindsight, it's plain to see that the trend was down. In the Forex Profits Mentoring Program, you'll be given the exact criteria, show you exactly when and where that trend becomes up or down. At this particular price point, right here, we know that the trend was down. And with the entries taught in this program, you'd have been short on the aggressive, what we call the aggressive entry, right here. Our conservative entry was right up at this level. Once that low was in place and the market started up off that low, we know exactly when and where to enter this currency pair. And as you can see, once you enter, for all intents purposes, the trade is over, because you're taught explicitly where to exit the market, when and where to take your profits, when and where to trail up your stops, and so on and so on. This is all done so that you can milk more and more of this move. This particular chart shows you everything that is taught, and it just makes perfect sense. But first and foremost, price action is everything. And that's why we can show you currency charts without any indicators whatsoever. Because you really can trade with a chart with nothing on it. Trading Concepts likes to call this plain vanilla trading. Price action, pure price action. As a side note, many of the charts that you're looking at use price bars, and many of you use candlesticks for your charting. So do I. Just remember, if you do use candlesticks, that's fine. You're going to get the same results using candlesticks as you would if you used price bars. There's absolutely no difference at all. Now let's take a look at this chart. This chart, in hindsight, is pretty much a range trading market with equal highs and equal lows. Remember what we said earlier? Sideways markets are born from trending markets, and trending markets are born from sideways markets. So this sideways market was born from a trending market. The market was in a downtrend. The market came down, and when it hit the bottom, right here, the context and setup of the market was bearish, and the entry would have been selling the market right in here. Profit objectives taught in the Forex Profits Mentoring Program would have been achieved right in here. Before the market came back up, as you can see, market rallied up in here, tested this high, market couldn't break through it, and started coming back down. Now at this point, we're saying to ourselves, the market is entering a trading range. Based on very select criteria taught in the program, you'll learn counter-trend strategies. So if the market is trending or in a trading range, we'll go against it. Right in here, we had a confirming price pattern, a price pattern to let us know that the market was right for us to go long. And that would have been a profitable trade. That took the market to the upper range of this trading range, but we want to make another important point here. So far in this presentation, you have seen nice uptrending currency charts, nice downtrending currency charts, and some range trending charts. And that's good, but we want to drive home some points. Given 20 to 22 trading days a month, there's only 2 to 3 days when the market trends nicely. The other days, for the most part, are back and fill type of days. The currency pair may be up 30 to 40 pips and then down 30 to 40 pips. So it's kind of range trading, but with large enough swings for you to catch those trends. So even though we've shown you nice overall days, there's usually many days when you can take advantage of all the moves. The Forex Profits Mentoring Program will not only teach you how to trade the small trends, but also how to counter-trend the currencies. So it doesn't matter if the currencies are trending up, down, or even sideways. You'll learn the specific tools to profit from each one of these scenarios. All right, let's look at this last chart. This chart is the same as we just looked at, but with indicators. Now basically, price action is everything, and that's why we include a lot of currency charts with just price. Here, if you look at some of the tools taught, it just gives you some visual confirmation of what we just talked about on our last chart. Now another very important point. Trading Concepts has been teaching thousands of traders just like you to trade since 1994. And we have to honestly tell you, most traders really don't have a clue as to what they're looking at. You need a map. You need a map to show you how to navigate and read the Forex. It's like trying to get from Florida to California. Without a road map, you aren't going to be able to get there without explicit instructions. The Forex Profits Mentoring Program will show you exactly how to read the currency charts and how to read them like a newspaper. So you'll know exactly when and where to enter a currency pair, when and where a trend begins, and when and where it ends. You'll have exact criteria that changes the trend from down to up and up to down, and when and where to enter that downtrend, and when a downtrend changes from down to up. You'll know exactly how to enter the currency and where to get out. Everything is spelled out for you from A to Z. The Forex Profits Mentoring Program is a blueprint to get you where you want to be with profitable trading. Now remember, everyone makes money here and there, but most Forex traders give it back. So consistency is most important, and the Forex Profits Mentoring Program will give you the consistency that you need, and you build your equity while moving to much higher trading levels and without having to give back your profits. Sadly, that's what many traders often do.